Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Much appreciation for your presence and your help for all of us.
Reflections back to you on equal measures.
My question has to do with how unconditional love is expressed between the sexes, men and women on Esasana.
Unconditionally.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Thank you. Now,
Yeah.
the idea, generally, first of all, of course, even though what you may call our sexual expression used to be similar to your own, it really no longer is in all aspects. In no way, shape, or form is the idea of any particular form of sexual expression considered, quote-unquote, more right, more wrong. The idea, however, is that for a long time our society has been very clear about the idea of the blending of the masculine and feminine energies within each and every physical male and each and every physical female, so that when a choice is made, in that sense, to be born physically male, born physically female, it will usually be with the conscious understanding that as that particular biological form, it will interact sexually with its opposite. But the idea does not necessarily mean that there is not much in the way of what you may call exchange of energy and expressiveness between all forms of life on our civilization.
Could you say something about how the practice of unconditional love as it unfolds here will affect the concept of monogamy or marriage or traditional male-female relationships?
We can only give you what has happened in our civilization, and we can project that there may be similar ideas that will happen in your civilization, but your civilization is unique like any civilization and may come up with its own expressions, of course. The idea, however, is that in our civilization, every single individual on our world is, quote-unquote, married to every other individual on our world. Therefore, any relationships that occur, no matter how they occur, we know they occur for a positive reason. We allow them to be what they are rather than what we think they should be. And in that sense, therefore, all relationships that occur in our civilization all occur within the marriage. Understand?
Yes.
And therefore, if there are going to be what you would call monogamous relationships in our life, well, we simply don't know that they're monogamous until we reach the end of the lifespan and say, well, no one else showed up. I guess that was a one-on-one, wasn't it? But since we know that we love each other unconditionally and we serve each other unconditionally, then we know that whatever relationships occur for a positive reason, and we learn about who we are by interacting in whatever way, shape, or form those relationships manifest, knowing that all relationships mutually enhance each other and are not mutually exclusive. Understand?
Yes.
Does that help?
It helps. One more thing. Can you speak of the emotions that very often come up when there are monogamous relationships that begin to change? Jealousy, possessiveness.
All right, again.
Expectations.
Yes.
Traditional.
Yes. Many of them are old definitions.
Yes.
Many of them, again, are self-invalidations. Many of them are lack of willingness to recognize that what goes on in your life is actually what is there to serve you, rather than assuming you have to hold on to it in a particular format in order to have that service done, which is quite contradictory in that sense. The idea also is that what you call jealousy is simply the belief that what you see in someone else is something you don't contain. The idea is that if you can see it in someone else, you must contain it, or you couldn't perceive it in them. The idea is to take it as an inspiration, not as a lack of faith in the self, not as having done something wrong. The idea is to trust that whatever natural changes occur in the relationship are there to serve and expand the relationship in the way it really needs to expand, to allow you to really be who it is you want to be. To understand that by being fully complete and not, quote-unquote, needing the relationship out of desperation, you will have all the types of relationships you really desire in exactly the way they will be most fulfilling, because you will be functioning as a complete individual and will be able to interact with other complete individuals as equals, rather than as desperately needing them in order to be complete. Understand?
Yes.
Does that help?
Very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being in this relationship with us.